Okay, first off, let me apologize for the previous video about converting an AR-15 to full automatic. It was my birthday, and I felt like giving myself a little present and some humor, so sorry. Now, on to this video. Why I don't really like gun buyback programs. First off, I don't think they take the criminals' guns away for the simple fact, one, why would a criminal turn in a gun for 50 or 100 bucks when they can use that gun to commit robberies and such and make more than that? Secondly, why wouldn't they just sell it to another criminal for more than what you're going to give them for it? Now this one's kind of flimsy, but why would they go to a police station or a parking lot full of cops to turn in an illegal gun? I mean, the reason I say it's kind of flimsy because they could always use their girlfriend or a friend or something like that to do it. Okay? But really, why are they going to give up their guns? Another reason, it's financially irresponsible. So you're telling me, and I'll come back to that one again in a little bit. So you're telling me that using $10,000 of taxpayer money to get a bunch of broke guns and stuff like that off the streets is really worth it? Secondly, a lot of these guns have been used in crime. Are they going to be checked or anything? If not, then you're destroying evidence. That might be the only thing that can link the killer to the victim. Now, I did read somewhere that they check the guns to make sure they're not stolen or used in crime. So now you're adding even more financial burden to the city or state or what have you, because now you got to pay somebody to inspect every weapon, run serial numbers, test fire it, run that against all known, all the unknown bullets you've pulled out of people and stuff. So now you're even costing the city more. Now, and I've got some videos or pictures here I'll show you here in a second. I think it's really interesting that a lot of the guns that get turned in are stuff like this. This is one of my guns. This is a M44 carbine version of the Mosin Nagant. And it's a pretty decent rifle, actually. Except for one problem. It is empty, by the way. When I close the bolt, it fires. Sort of. I mean, the striker falls and the gun is discharged. Okay? Show you a little bit better so you can see this. So this gun is inoperable. It's pretty much worthless. There might be some people out there who would want parts off of it. I mean, the stock is in pretty decent shape. The magazine is in decent shape. You got the rear sight, front sight. Okay, this is a picture from a gun buyback program in LA. Now, let me get a pointer here. Now you see you got a couple AR-15s here, a couple Uzis, another Uzi back here. Looks like some sort of an AK possible. These are the guns they show you that are being confiscated. But I'm wondering how many times they use these same exact guns in these pictures. For the simple fact that if these are the guns that are being taken off the street, whoever's turning these in, if they are just unwanted guns, they're getting really ripped off. Because even as long as this gun, let's like say it's M16 right here, or AR-15 pattern style rifle, is functional, that's $200-300 pretty much all day long. Okay. Now let me go to the next picture. Well, let's go to this picture here. Here's another one from Seattle. Now this is interesting because you got some AR-15s. Looks like a Dragunov possible knockoff, AK knockoff. I'm not really sure what that is. Some street sweeper shotguns up here, and this rocket launcher. If they were confiscating rocket launchers in these things, why is it that that's not on national news that the police just got a couple rocket launchers and stuff? You'll see these pictures a lot with rocket launchers, grenades, the dreaded assault weapons and stuff. But how come you don't really hear about this? I mean, I've seen one article where the LAPD brought in 2 rocket launchers and it was like 3 grenades or something. Really? Seriously? I mean, first of all, who is walking to the police station with this on their shoulder and not getting stopped? I mean, just purely from a safety standpoint. I mean, yeah, that might have exactly what happened, but how come you don't hear about that? Here's one from Seattle. Now, this is what's really interesting to me. By federal law, this is not a firearm. Under federal law, black powder firearm guns are not firearms. That's why you can buy them through the mail. So that's not even a firearm. So you're not even buying firearms. Not to mention, who is using black powder cap and ball pistols, drive-bys and such? Okay, now here's one actually from my hometown, Michigan City. And what's really interesting, 2 things really stand out to me. First off, I've actually got one of those. Let me zoom in on that one for you. Right here. I've actually got one of those guns. Now secondly is this right here. This is a Marksman 1010 air pistol. That I used to have one of those. Actually I used to have 2, but anyway. You can buy that thing for like 20 bucks at a lot of sporting goods shops. So I can go out and I can buy me one of these air guns for 20 bucks, take it down there, and you're going to give me 50 bucks for it? What financial sense does that make? Not to mention, how is that taking illegal guns off the street when it's not even a gun? And if you look around here, we got, I have no idea what that is. We got what looks to be a sawed-off shotgun. Not really sure what that is. Yeah, but you got a lot of, looks like a Colt Mustang here. You got a lot of guns here that, you know, somebody like myself, like this looks like a nice little 38. I'd give you 50 bucks for that thing. They'll give you 20. I'll give you 50. You know what I mean? And actually, I've heard a lot of stories about, you know, gun owner, a lot of people going down there and offering you more money than the cops are giving you, because some of these are pretty decent weapons. You know? I mean, even stuff like this might be worth 10, 15 bucks. For real. So maybe that's worthwhile. This thing is definitely worthwhile. Give a $20 air gun for 50 bucks. Why not? You know? Here. If that really is a Colt Mustang, little 380 pocket pistol, oh yeah, I'll give you $75 for that, because that's about a $150 gun on the street. You know, resale value. You know, so that's why gun buyback programs to me are pointless. Cost the city way too much. Don't do enough good, and I believe a lot of them, like this stuff, are just staged. So now they're lying to us too. So that's what I think.